name is Willie Smith, and I'm a certified mortgage planner. Today, I'm going to spend a little bit of time with you and talk to you about setting your budget and the importance of your budget when you're buying a home. One of the things that you want to make sure that you focus on is making sure that the number that you set for yourself as it relates to purchasing a house is something that you've really taken a lot of time to think about and made sure that you've analyzed all of your income and debts to make sure you're putting yourself in a great position when you're purchasing a home. A lot of times when I start this conversation off, I ask people, what is your number? What is your comfort level as it relates to your mortgage payment when you're purchasing a home? And there's basically two numbers that I want you to think about. Number one, what number is your ceiling? What's the absolute max that you can go? The other number is what your comfort level is. What is your comfort level as it relates to your monthly mortgage payment? Now don't forget, your monthly mortgage payment is made up of four components. Your principal and interest, that's paying the loan back plus interest. It's going to include your taxes and is also going to include your insurances. Now, principal and interest, paying the loan back plus interest, that's how the bank makes their money. Real estate taxes, whatever county or city that you're purchasing a home in, obviously there's going to be some type of real estate taxes that you're going to pay as it relates to that. The last thing will be your insurances. Some loan products out there have what's called PMI or private mortgage insurance, and then also it's going to include your homeowner's insurance, the coverage that you're going to have on your house just in case something happens, break-in, fire, hurricane, or any type of natural disaster. When you're thinking about what your number is, understand that that includes principal, interest, taxes, insurance. So that when you write your mortgage payment check each month and pay it, you know that everything is included. Once you go in and you know what your number is and you know what your budget is, then the goal is to find out how much house that you can buy and still stay within that number that you set for yourself. The budget is a really big key to this process. One of the mistakes that happen a lot is you go to a banker like me and say, hey, how much do I qualify for? Big mistake. You don't want someone else to tell you how much you can qualify for as it relates to your home. You want to have looked at your finances yourself and went through the numbers and made sure you came up with a number that you're comfortable with. The goal is to make sure that you have something that you can handle because you don't want any surprises. Once you get past finding a house and closing and getting past the excitement of now being a homeowner, you don't want to wake up 30, 45 days later when it's time for your first payment to be due and determine that you bit off more than what you can chew as it relates to your mortgage payment. So coming up with that number is really, really critical. Now, what we're going to do is cover a few things and what's a good framework that you can set for yourself to determine how much you qualify for and what may work for you as far as your number. Now, the first thing that we're going to do is we are going to base how much you can qualify for based off of your net income, not your gross income. So this is a big one. When you're dealing with the banks and we're determining how we qualify you, we use your gross income. But for your purposes, it's really smart to determine what your budget is based off your net income or the amount of money that you actually bring home. So let's just say your gross income is $3,500 a month. But after you pay taxes, insurances, and all those other things and set aside 10% of your earnings to pay yourself, what's left over for this illustration is $2,500. $2,500 a month that's hitting your checking account each month. Now, I basically wrote out some basic common bills that a lot of people have. $300 for a car loan, $100 for a student loan, $100 worth of credit card payments. Let's say you have $300 in utilities, $100 for cell phone, $100 for car insurance. And I'm going to assume that you have maybe kids that are the age that you have to pay some type of child care. Now, if this one isn't applicable to you, to child care, just don't worry about it. Again, my goal is to give you examples of things that you know that you have to pay each month that are going to be part of your budget. So for this purpose, if your net bring home income is $2,500 a month, you itemize all the bills that you have each month. And then what you're going to left is the amount of money that you have left that can go towards you purchasing a home and making a mortgage payment. So in this particular case, $2,500 worth of net income, again, that's a big one, approximately $1,500 worth of bills, and that's leaving you $1,000 worth of disposable income. So now what you have to decide is, out of that $1,000 that you have left over, using this example, do you want to use all of that money to purchase a home as it relates to going up and buying a property that's going to give you $1,000 monthly payment? Or do you want to still scale it back and stay a little bit under that number so that gives you a little bit more disposable income for you to be able to play with? So now once you set this up and you've determined what your net income is, determine what all of your monthly expenses are, and then determine what you have left over for disposable income that you can use towards a potential mortgage payment, the next piece would be determining what is the maximum amount of house that you can buy and still stay up under the disposable income number that you set for yourself. And that would be the key to making sure that you do not bite off more than what you can chew as it relates to your budget and then also purchasing a home. If you have any additional questions about this or any other mortgage related topic, please comment below. If you know of anybody else that can benefit from this information as it relates to budgeting to purchase a home, please share this information with them. And if you want information on additional topics that I'm going to be covering down the road, please, I'll be happy and glad if you subscribe. Thank you very much, and you have an awesome day.